I'm Mike Coos. I'm from Eau Claire, North High, Wisconsin. My question for you is, how do you get a band to not so much play at the same time, but to play together?
How do we get the band to play together?
Yeah.
We follow the drums. The drums are the conductor. Then the bass, the drums and the bass rhythm section, if you think about them, they play the 2 extreme registers. The cymbal is the highest pitch, the bass is the lowest pitch. They play on every beat. The difficult thing in jazz, what makes it hard to play in time in our music is that the beat is being readdressed on every beat. That's the difference between playing music as a backbeat on it, or any type of Afro-Latin on it. Those type of grooves have space in them. Jazz swinging doesn't have space. But you dress the time on every beat. Follow the drummer, dance at the time of the bass. Next check down, follow the lead of your section. Next check down, follow the lead trumpet. I'm not saying I'm trying to play the truth. Follow that lead trumpet. The lead trumpet is the voice of the band. Am I missing something? That's how you do it. All right.
Why do you think that there aren't more women in the jazz world?
That's a good question. That's a good question. First, I think that if you take even orchestral music, there are a lot of women in orchestras, but you'll notice that most of the women are playing in the woodwind section and the string section. There are great female brass players. Susan Slaughter, in my time, great pioneering woman trumpet player, played in St. Louis. But even now, when you check out symphonic orchestras, when you look back at that brass, what do you see? You see men. It's a combination of a history and a tradition of not having women. And then at a certain point, the music became such that where would a woman want to be in? Most people saw one all night. It's loud, it's long. When they play the ballads, they go into double time. I've been in thousands of jam sessions and there are no women in the club. Do you know what I'm saying? There are no females anywhere. They know better. They walk into the door and say, you know what? I don't think I'm going to, this is not something that I really want to hear. I think that as the future progresses, as we step into the future, I see many more women playing. I see many more women trumpet players than when I was first growing up. I hope that more women gravitate toward our music, listening and playing. We need it very bad. Because what we're doing with it is hurting us. So that's not a scientific answer, but it's an answer based on observation. So I encourage you to please keep playing, no matter what, and bring your friends out and talk to the people. If there are no women playing, talk to the men and say, could y'all please play better? The best advice I ever got for playing jazz was actually from a woman who was not a musician. And she came to a gig when I was 21 or 22. We were almost the same age. She was in college and she was with her boyfriend. She sat in the front row of a gig I did at Blues Alley in Washington, and I could tell she didn't like it. So she was like, ooh. And her boyfriend was looking at her like, you know, I don't like jazz, you brought me to this. After the gig, she came backstage. She said, you know, I'm not a jazz fan. I said, yeah, I knew that. She said, but let me tell you what I didn't like about what y'all played. I said, okay. Because she was my age, and it was unusual to see people that young in clubs at that time. And she told me in 5 sentences all of what was wrong with everything we were playing. And she said, first, all 5 of y'all, we had to put 10-10, all 5 of y'all played for about 30 seconds of the first song. Then one played, then another, then the bass, then the drums. And I thought, wow, this is a great way to introduce the band. And y'all did that on every song. She said, number 2, when y'all played the slow song, you ended up going fun-a-nun on the slow song. The slow song started off good. I thought, hey, this is not bad, it's slow. But it ended up not sounding that good. She said, third thing, nobody talks to anybody. You didn't talk to us, we didn't know what y'all were playing. It's like y'all was doing us a favor playing. You want to do me a favor, I paid to get in. He said, I can't hear anybody else but him when y'all were playing. Now maybe that's y'all's style of music, but it doesn't sound good. She said, and the last thing, the saxophone was very, very, very long. What could I say to what she said except? And you know, after she told me that, I started trying to not play fun on ballads. I'm really serious. It taught me. I was thinking, why am I playing 16 notes on a ballad? I tried to not play songs that had the same long, boring solo scheme with the obligatory bass solo that nobody wants to hear at the end. Even the bass players don't want to hear it by that time. Because they've been so abused by those long horn solos, they just, when you look at the bass solo, guess I might as well too, since the rest of y'all might as well. So you know what I mean? I'm just taking you through. But I hope that the music will, will become better and more inviting for women. But I also hope that the women take up the banner of the best of the women who play jazz. I mean, people like Betty Carter, like Mary Lou Williams. I would like to see more of that strain of womanhood in our music than the kind of female light. I'm not a fan so much of that. You know, and I've always told all of the great women, I've heard some great women play at this festival. Make sure you stay to all the most profound things that you think in this music. Don't let people take you away from that. So, good luck.
I'm Bruce from Old North High. And my question is, how do you, as a musician, how do you deal with fellow musicians that have big egos?
You gotta worry about your own ego. You know, you can't, I mean, you can't, you have to lead by example, I think, when you deal with musicians, because we're playing jazz, we all have to play together. The one thing I think really works is private honesty, not public. Be private. They're not gonna like you. Nobody likes to be told anything. But something that people can respect honestly if it's in private. And don't attack. Just say, you know, I'm trying to play with you, it's hard. You know, it's something about just the fundamental truth that's delivered simply without fanfare, that's honest, that's in private. There's no embarrassment involved. And then just silence them and let them respond. Always allow for the response. And when they respond, say, I understand. Don't say, yeah, but. I understand. Because when people hear something that is for real and true, it resonates with them. You don't know, it might be 5 years later. And if you have to reiterate it, then another time in private. And if it affects a lot of y'all, talk to some of the other people and say, hey, can you go take care of, you know? That's the best advice I can give you about. I like that.
I remember this problem, and so it's been affecting the band for a while, and I just wonder, what I should do about it. So sometimes I emote too much.
You emote too much?
Yeah, I'm really expressive. I don't want to think about it. Like my band director, he wants me to tone it down all the time.
Who is your band director?
Mr. Brown.
Scott?
Yeah, Scott.
He's known to do that kind of stuff. I think that you should eat oatmeal in the morning. There's something about oatmeal